You're commuting home with Katz and Cosby. Now, here's John Katzimatidis and Rita Cosby on 77 WABC.
And now let's go to, Chief Tony Carbonetti.
Absolutely.
Where is Tony?
Yeah.
Who invited Carbonetti on?
I know. What could a day
He's
be?
on
It
the
is
beach.
Labor Day.
Oh,
Give
my
him
God.
give
I'm
respect.
still on the beach in Spring Lake, New Jersey, guys.
He's laboring on
Respect
the
to a
beach.
person on the
Wow.
beach.
Tony, talk about some of the voter rolls, because you have a history of. We were talking the other day with Glenn Youngkin, who was cleaning some of the voter rolls in his
Tony
state.
defended when Rudy Giuliani was running for mayor. They had like a lawyer at every poll. And tell us about that.
Well,
Are we
after
any
the
better
first
today?
Time in 1989, when we knew there was a lot of shenanigans, we were very well prepared for
Tony, that's an
the
Irish word you're
re-race
using
in
now,
1993.
Tony, that's
Shenanigans. I'm in the Irish Riviera.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah. They let you in? Okay.
So what we did was we had a lot of poll watchers that actually made sure people were registered properly. They stood at the polls to make sure people weren't busing. But what they would do is they'd bring 40 people in a bus. They would say, go in and tell them, here's your name, because no one checks ID. And 40 people would vote at that polling site. Then they would bus them to another polling site, have the same 40 people vote someplace else. So we had people at the sites watching out for that. If a bus pulled up, they wrote down the license. They called over to the other polling site to make sure they weren't stopping there. You had to do everything you could to make sure they weren't stealing votes. That's how they do it in big cities. It's not that hard. If you really want to do it, you can go steal votes in big cities.
So the worst thing is then, when they have early elections for 45 days, there's no way you can watch all the polls for 45 days.
John, I could vote. You give me 10 different names, I could vote 10 different times if they're not asking for ID.
Right. And also, what about ballot harvesting? Tony, what about ballot harvesting, where you can go to like a nursing home and say, hey, would you sign this, all 200 of you, for Kamala?
You mean you're going to mail 500 ballots to one nursing home and then expect 480 people to, someone drop off 480 votes and nothing bad's going to happen? Who believes that? Of course something bad's going to happen.
So what do they need to do?
Like
what do they need to do this election time?
We got 60 days to go.
Right. Yeah. What do they need to do? Because this is serious.
Last time the president complained about it and quite honestly did nothing beforehand. Now he has to go to court early. He has to fight the states that are going to mail out ballots that don't have the right to mail out ballots. You have to sue before the votes are cast. Remember in Pennsylvania, he wanted to fight it, but once you mail out a ballot, if the state mails you a ballot, you did nothing wrong. You have to prevent them from mailing that ballot out. You have to go to court and stop it. That's what he has to fight it early. He can't wait till after the fact.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I brought up how last week we talked to Glenn Youngkin, of course, Virginia governor, and he was telling us that in his state, they found thousands of people that were, quote, non-citizens that were on the voter rolls. We had Ken Paxton, the AG of Texas, telling us in Texas they found 6,500. I mean, you think about it, a close election.
Tony Carbonetti downtown?
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's a lot.
Yeah, what you have to do is just tell the Board of Elections to cross their voter list with the citizenship list. It's not that hard. In today's world, it takes 2 seconds with computers. But someone has to tell them to do it. The Governor Youngkin told his voter board to do it, which is good.
But they need to do it, just like you said. There needs to be a will, and it can't be like state by state. Some states and other states not.
Well,
the states run the elections.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
The federal election, the states run them.
Go back to the beach. Enjoy yourself tonight.
Italian Riviera.
Thank you for contributing your 2 cents.
I'll see you guys next week.
Okay, we'll see you when you come back.